technical difficulties that we had on Monday. We're replacing all that. We're having a new setup. I'm having a friend, Andrea. I'm not even going to say a friend of mine. We're bringing back Saturday Morning Cone Tunes, and we're going to do another show where I'm going to get the chance to actually talk to people that are professionals. Now, here's the thing. They're not going to get on here and be like, as a professional, I did this to reach this point in my career. No, we're going to have real conversation. We're going to show how human they are. You're going to talk about what it took for them to reach their point and all the things of that nature. I think everybody has a story to tell, and I'm at a point in my career where I don't have to force interviews with anybody. I just want to talk to the people I want to talk to. So that's going to be Saturday morning. Now, I might have a Saturday afternoon ordeal as well, but I'm not really sure, and I don't want to make any promises quite yet. So, yeah, I'm pretty stoked. But anyways, I want to talk about something, you guys. So, as you guys very well know, I follow a lot of podcast news. I like people who are a little bit controversial, such as DJ Academics, Hannah Don't Beat Me Up, But I like following people just like DJ Academics, Joe Budden. These are all characters in the media and digital or the digital media space. Now, the thing about them is that they learn how to create takes on things that we see, but just through a different angle. Very similar. Like, I know I bring him up every episode, but I have to say rest in peace to the guy, Kevin Samuels, where he's able to address things that we all know, but he just says it with an angle that maybe you don't want to hear it, or maybe you just haven't heard it correctly yet. So anyways, I follow a lot of these content creators because not only do they give me a new perspective on the world, but they teach me how to present data or present information that's probably not as commonly heard. Now, out of the people that I do follow, there's somebody by the name of Adam22. Who's familiar with who Adam22 is? If you're not familiar with Adam22, it's all good. I'm here to just show you who he is. Adam22 is another media personality, a white guy out of New York, California. He ended up moving to Los Angeles, California, to start a BMX career. From his BMX career, he also transferred over to start covering hip-hop personality and hip-hop news. Now, stay with me. He's been commonly known as a culture vulture, and he wasn't commonly really known as a nice person in the career. But when he first started, he found niches of pockets of information and media that weren't being covered correctly. So he completely took over the entire underground scene, and we started getting the first interviews from people such as XXXTentacion, and he also got a couple of interviews from a lot of underground artists such as Bones, if you're familiar with anything in that genre. Now, what Adam22 is actually most notably known for is a lot of his interviews with people before they pass. He has a gift of finding people before they get too big and then having a conversation, and then once they blow up, it was almost a rite of passage to stop through the Adam22 studio in order to become a career. Now, listen, if you're not into hip-hop, I completely understand. Just stay with me on this show because I promise you I'm getting somewhere here. Now, he actually did something a little different that I don't think I've ever seen before, and I want to just show you guys right here because I don't really have the audio to play it, but this is an example. This is where Adam22, you talk about living for the content, this guy actually fired somebody while live during a show. Now, somebody can say, well, what did they do? Or somebody else can say that's never appropriate, but it's very interesting. He fired him because the person was relieving information that was private, or at least corporate secrets that were supposed to be held in-house. Now, my question I have for you, now before you get a little bit too caught up in the situation, do you think there is a right and wrong way to get fired? Now, the thing about me, you guys know, I told you, I've been fired on my job. I've been fired on my birthday. I've been fired in the office. I've been fired in all types of situations. So I want to let you guys know, is there a correct way to get fired? And first off, before we even have this conversation, who's ever been fired here? Am I having a conversation? Let's be honest. Has anybody in the community honestly been fired? Listen, has anybody been fired? I want to have that discussion. I'm seeing some comments coming in. I got Brother Fabian saying, F Adam. I love the explicit. I love how you're cleaning it all up. Listen, I can understand that. I can completely understand that. When he notably fired Lush, one of his hosts that he actually picked up from an interview from Soft White Underbelly, one can argue that the decision he made to do it publicly was honestly a little demeaning. It was it was distasteful. But I want to know, has anybody here been fired? Anybody been fired? Okay, you have not. Yes, you've been fired. And let me know. I want you guys to put in the comment section if you have been fired, let me know how you felt. How did you feel when you get fired? Did you feel, I mean, obviously getting fired is like getting corporate dumped. There's no way to feel good about it. It's like, especially like when you get blindsided from getting dumped, like if you're getting dumped and you get blindsided with it, it's the worst feeling in the world. But I want to know, what's worse, getting fired or getting dumped unexpectedly? You tell me, what's worse? Let me see. I want to see. I got a little satire from Brother Justin saying, nah, I'm a great employee. Listen, I think Justin's an excellent employee. He ain't never had any complaints at CSUB, so he must be a great employee. That's all I'm saying. He said, I know, I always quit before the firing happens. Okay, that's something Fabian says. Okay, I can agree. Maybe he gets ahead of the bullet before he gets shot with it. That's very possible. I don't know. And the thing about it is, like, I don't even think if you quit before you get fired, is that any better? Is that any better? Because sometimes people will say you walk away if you walk away from a job before you get fired, some can arguably say it's a better move. But is it? Because if they're already about to fire you, it's not like you were about to get that letter of rec. It's not like you already are leaving with the highest level of respect within the corporation. I want to know, did everybody, when the people who quit their jobs, now let's have an honest discussion. Now, who here in the community has quit their job before? Honestly quit their job. Honestly quit the job. The job did not quit them. They quit the job. Let's be honest here. Now, I need to know, because I want to know, why did you quit the job? Why did you quit? Because if you ask me, I honestly, there's very few jobs. I don't think I've ever quit. I don't think I've ever had the opportunity. I think I've always been fired. Now I think about it. I think I've always been fired. No, I have quit. I'm lying. I've quit some jobs. Hold on. Let me, Ralph Staples. Yeah, hold on. Let me chill. I ain't trying to. Sometimes I beat myself up and get a little too honest for the sake of just to make things entertaining. I don't want to sit here and act like I'm better than everybody else. I'm trying to have an honest conversation with y'all. You know? I don't know. He said, Justin, you a lie. I don't know. I'd rather die before they make me work more for the job I'm already out the door. Okay. Now, do you think, knowing this, Fabian, now I'm talking specifically at moment. I'm specifically talking to you. When you walked out the door, did they leave feeling better about you as a person? Did they like you more or less, or you just didn't give a fuck at that point? At that point, you were ready to crash out. Talk to me. Did you feel better? I have to check the camera real quick. Did you feel better when you quit? Because this is the thing. This is the thing about this entire no jumper situation. If you guys have been paying attention to it, it's been said that a lot of the decisions that Lush was making online, and I know if you're not into hip hop, you're like, yo, this is boring, but there's a reason why I'm telling you this. Lush, who's the guy on the screen right now, he's been known to be talking too much on the internet. Why am I telling you that? For those in the community, I sit up here and I tell my life each and every day. Where is that line of talking too much versus not saying enough? I realize I get way more compelling shows when I sit up here and I get vulnerable. I tell y'all about the times I got dumped. I tell y'all about the eye-opening moments in my life. I tell y'all about my finances. I tell y'all about my struggles, my highs, my lows, and all around the globe. But I understand there probably is a line on when you're talking too much. So Adam22, the CEO of the company, said, yo, you're going to have to shut the fuck up. We shutting all this down. Bro got on the mic and he said, I caught your lies. You're done. He let him go during a live stream. So I want to know, you guys, what is the most appropriate way to get fired? Listen, Moment he says, I'm not going back either way. I leave jobs knowing I'm going to need anything after I'm gone. Okay. He's like, I leave with my hoodies. I get you. But I want to stay focused on this one topic. Is it possible that you can say too much on the internet? Is it possible? Because here's the thing, as a content creator, and being on the other side of the camera, I want to let you guys know that there's only certain things I completely leave alone. If I'm having beef with Key and I completely leave it out the show. I think it's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy, because it's things that I got to work out with my wife first before I can make them comedic and talk about it. Another thing I leave out is her family business, because it has nothing to do with me. My family business, like I said, my family business, depending on how long it is, like how long ago it happened. Like, is it possible that I'm giving too much energy, or if I'm giving too much of my life to the camera? But then if I'm not giving enough, no one really pays attention at all. at all. Because if Lush was held accountable and they said, you know what, bro? You know what? We don't even really like you on the show. You out here talking, you giving up trade secrets. You're not really a good representation within the company. Is it possible that I'm giving too much of myself right now? What do y'all think? What do you guys think? Do you guys think I'm giving it up too much? You guys think I should speak more on certain things? I don't know. Okay, Fabian, you make a good point. He says, if it's your own platform, then it's all up to you. If you're talking on someone else's platform and you're talking about their platform, then yes, it's like firing, like the firing was not justified. Okay, so it's okay only if you're speaking on your own platform. Because I'm speaking on my own platform, this is my mics, this is my tech, this is all of this is mine. It's okay for me to give up the stories that I think are deemed appropriate. But in this situation, when we're talking about Lush and No Jumper and Adam22, maybe because he was speaking on another man's business, it was kind of a problem. I don't know. I constantly fight that. I tell you guys I said it before, but I'm going to say it again because my baby just clocked in. I want to let you guys know there's certain things I completely leave off the table. Like if it's a current beef with my wife, I leave it off. I'm not talking about that. I'm not going to talk about that. But if it's like an old beef and I figured out a way to make it funny, I'll talk about it. If it's a beef within her family, I'm not going to talk about it. But if it's a beef within my family that we've already solved, guess what? I'm going to talk about it. I think there's such a fine line on what should be okay to talk about on the internet and what isn't. I don't know. But that actually takes me into why the whole reason I had to introduce this entire show with Adam22 is because I want to let you guys know on some of the content that I'm going to be, can you show us the video? Yeah, honestly, I can. The issue is the sound isn't working. So I'm going to go ahead, get it cracking without the sound. I got you. There's subtitles on the screen. You kind of could just tune me out. Let me see. Hold on. Give me a sec. Hold on. I really do hate how many ads are on this. Like all these animations and graphics are so nasty. I really do think that they got to work on that. They really got to work on that. But anyways, we'll continue on. So bro right here is saying that he didn't say anything that the Discord, which is the platform we were talking about yesterday, that he found out, Adam found out that somebody else said. I don't know if I said that right. I'll repeat it. Adam, I'm listening to it. That's the issue. I can hear it, but y'all can't. Adam is saying that there's things he found out on Discord that they found out from Lush, okay? Adam was pissed, so he interrupted the show that Lush is on. Mind you, Adam pays Lush. He interrupted the show and asked him, kind of fronted him on the entire situation live during the show. And then because he didn't get the answers he wanted out of Lush, he fired him right on the spot. He's saying he didn't say it. Maybe we can come down to the bottom of it later on, but it'd be better if you just leave. Right there. All right, man. Thank you. And then bro leaves. He gets up and walks away right then and there. So understand, you guys, like when I watch these kind of things, I always have the fight. Like maybe I said too much. Maybe I didn't say enough. Maybe it's possible. Maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe I'm walking that line a little too close. I don't know. I'm like I said, I'm working on it each and every day. I don't know what the right answer is when I'm sitting here trying to tell y'all all my life. My biggest fight, just full transparency right now, is just that I'm always worried that when I'm talking right now, when things come together in my life, one of these clips that I told y'all in the moment of vulnerability is going to get used against me. It's inevitable. Because so much of my thoughts are documented. You guys, sometimes you're watching me just free thought. I have no sense of order when I'm talking to you. Like when I'm sitting here having a conversation with this camera, I'm really just sitting here having it's a form of therapy. It's me taking the thoughts that are in my head and finally getting them out. So that's why I'm a lot more calm, cool, and relaxed when I'm walking through the streets, because I get the opportunity to hear all the crazy thoughts in my head. Very few people can say that. Very few people can say that. My wife said, she's like, I feel like this is your therapy, and it really has. And I think that's why it whooped me up. That's why I whooped my ass so much when I couldn't do the show on Monday, because Monday is when I'm supposed to just give it all to y'all, but I just couldn't. I couldn't. And now that we're streaming on multiple platforms such as Facebook and now Twitch, I have to be even more conscious about what I say and how I go about it. Because, man, a moment due to this, add another host. I'll do this, another host left, and then make their own platform. No. The no jumper mess is crazy. I don't even want to unpack that for those who don't even really care, those who haven't really been following. But there's something else I actually wanted to cover into talking about deplatforming or taking away somebody's, taking away somebody's job. What I found to be really interesting is that no jumper, and even if you don't like Adam22 by the type of character he is and the type of person he is, bro, you got to understand that he's done a really good job of staying ahead of the curve by finding whatever the next wave in media and whatever it may be. And it's something that I've learned with how I want to go about my show is that the reason why I have to have my own show, because I never want to be limited about what I can talk about. And yesterday, I had a really, really cool, I was up all night trying to come up with topics, trying to come up with a show, just trying to come up with some form of a plan. And what ended up happening was I found myself on ChatGPT. Have any of you guys ever used ChatGPT? Has any of you guys ever used, I'm going to go ahead and show it to you real quick. ChatGPT is an artificial intelligence platform that lets you answer a lot of life's questions with ease. It's like I said, it's artificial intelligence, so it takes all the smartest parts of the internet and it makes it, I guess the smartest parts of the internet, and then what? I don't know. I don't know how else to say it. Hold on, I'm logging in right now. They log me out because I be on it too much. But I found myself just looking up things that I don't even know. If artificial intelligence, I don't even know if anybody else has ever thought of these things. So actually, I'm going to show it to you real quick. Hold on. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the screen. Give me a second. Hold on. Give me a sec, y'all. All right. Check it. So above my head, you guys can see on the screen, I found myself just looking up topics that I was like, let me see if a computer can really obtain what the hell is going on in the world. So listen. So I looked up, is it possible to learn religion from artificial intelligence? Can a robot teach you religion? Can a robot teach you faith? Do you think that's possible? So I said, write a 2,000-word sermon using Philippians 4:11-13 and comparing it to the modern sneakerhead in popular culture. Now, before I continue this conversation, I want to know, do you think it's possible to learn faith from a robot? Yes or no? And then, do you think it's possible to learn religion from a robot? Because if artificial intelligence is nearly as smart as it claims to be, aren't you guys seeing a little concern with how the future of religion, if everything's being taught through some type of digital platform, just like ChatGPT? Do you think, you say no, so we're getting no's. You guys think it's not possible? Do you think it's possible for a robot to teach you faith? Do you think it's possible? I need to hear a little bit more feedback in the comment section, because you know what? I really want to have this conversation, because I didn't believe it would actually work, but it did. It did. Now, look, here's the thing. We all know how my Ramadan's going to go. I'll be wearing a suit every day, so I had to tap into my Christian side. So anyways, the overall theme I said was write a 2,000-word sermon using Philippians 4:11-13 and comparing it to the modern sneakerheads and popular culture. Not only did it write a cohesive sermon, but it even used accurate anecdotes to explain the common culture we have today to current books that we have. Well, not current books, but old books that we have in the Old Testament. It's crazy. So I ask you guys, what is the future of religion? Because if I can write a sermon on anything right now, do you think it's possible that do you think there'll be any chance of there any growth within faith? I want to see this conversation. He said, religion is a relationship with God, and I don't think a bot can understand that. Okay, not just with God, but okay, yes. Now, because I want to genuinely have this discussion. I know it's kind of heavy. I'm not really the one to touch on religion, but I'm just trying to have a conversation about artificial intelligence and religion. I think that there's a space, you guys, we can literally look up anything. So I'm going to use the same prompt, right? Write a 2,000-word sermon using Philippians. I'm just going to show you guys real quick on how effective this thing is. Check this out. Write a 500-word sermon, right, using Philippians, comparing it to what? Let's say Kevin Samuels, the GOAT, Kevin Samuels dating advice. You guys, this is amazing. If you guys are able to see this on your screen, I can't really explain to you just how advanced technology has gotten. Because overall, the biggest fight that people were having is technology versus religion. Technology versus, we all heard this discussion 1,000,001 times. Me and my homie, or my coworker, Brandon, the homie coworker, whatever, he's in that space. We are always talking about artificial intelligence, or what are the next steps for the robots. But as you're seeing right here, literally, the computer, artificial ChatGPT, is writing a sermon from the perspective of Kevin Samuels, talking about one scripture in the Bible. Mind you, like I said, I don't really know a lot about the Bible. I barely know anything about the Quran. But you have to admit, this technology is impressive. This is impressive because we've never seen anything like this. I'm not even going to go ahead and read it all out loud to you. I'll probably make a separate video about it. But I want you guys to go ahead, start using artificial intelligence and start having a conversation about what are the next steps in not just faith and religion, but what are the next steps in all businesses, in all industries. I was able to print out an entire script, you guys, of a podcast. I can put a script up and read from a teleprompter and talk to you just like this and literally be completely from a robot. Would you even trust it? I love what Hannah says. I love your conversation. Hannah says, when would this even be introduced? I don't think it would even reach this target audience. If someone were to try to preach this, a pre-written sermon, someone would find out. I don't know. I think there's a space. I do think there's a space with modern preachers. And like I said, I'm talking about the preachers. I'm not talking about the hard bottom preachers. I'm talking about the Nike preachers. I think there's a place for preachers and pastors to really start using artificial intelligence during their word. And if they don't want to use artificial intelligence, if they want to start using it to essentially make content. This is what I'm saying. This is a very cohesive argument. This is a very cohesive sermon. The fact that it was able to compare books from the Bible to Kevin Samuels. You guys, you understand? These are two completely separate worlds. And if you weren't impressed by that, they compared that same book to modern sneaker culture. Come on. What are the future steps of the entire world knowing we have this artificial intelligence? I want to make sure that everybody, when you leave this live, I want you guys to really start asking. I want you guys to start asking and using ChatGPT because it is answering a lot of our life's questions. The hardest part about my job is coming up with content in industries that I know nothing about. How do I make compelling content for things I know literally absolutely nothing about? You can say that I get on this live and be talking about things I know nothing about, but it's different when you have to talk on the behalf of your job. So you have to look a little bit more informed. Like you guys, I literally yesterday, before I started talking about suits, I hopped on ChatGPT and I started looking up stats about suits. You guys know we're going through this big transformation in Ramadan where I'm only wearing 3 pieces, baby. I'm not going to say 3 pieces, but we're always wearing suits. Now understand, it gave me a whole spread. I said statistics about wearing suits. Did you guys know, according to a survey conducted by some website, 60% of respondents believe that wearing a suit to work is important, while 40% think it's unnecessary. A study published, like you guys, this is 8 points right here. I even went as far to say, check this out. Listen to this. Key and I were just sitting on the bed, and we literally wanted to figure out how hard can we make these questions? How intriguing can we make these questions for the computer? She said, read the whole thing. I can read the whole thing. I'm going to come back to it, Hannah. I got you. We started saying, I want to, ChatGPT, can you write a rhyming song about a newly wedded dreadlock man? It wrote me a song. But this is the one that I found to be most interesting. And stay with me, you guys, because I'm going to be going deeper, and I'm going to be having a guest on the show that we're really going to break down this entire conversation. Hear this. I said, explain the complexities of Catholicism and Christianity with using characters from SpongeBob SquarePants. Come on. You guys, it literally broke down using Patrick. I'll give you a small example. SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob can represent the concept of love and compassion, which is essential both for Catholicism and Christianity. Christians believe that God is love and that we are all called to love and serve one another, whereas Patrick Star can be a representative of the idea of faith and belief. Christians believe in God and the techniques of Jesus Christ, and the faith is an important aspect of their religion. You guys, it goes down to Squidward, Mr. Krabs, Sandy Cheeks, and Plankton. It covers every character just from the perspective of Catholicism. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. You guys, I need you. I need everyone here. After you use this live, please hop on ChatGPT and start using it for everyday questions. It solves a lot of life's questions on a daily basis. Now, somebody may ask, well, how do you trust it? How do you know if it's real? It honestly, ChatGPT, which uses artificial intelligence, actually just compiles all the information from the internet and then makes it easier for you to comprehend. I don't know how kids are struggling with papers anymore. Even, I'm not saying copy the entire paper from ChatGPT, but you can at least get bullet points where you can fill in the sentence. But anyways, I'm going to come back. I want to come back to the sermon real quick because I think this is actually kind of interesting. It even starts the entire sermon with, dear brothers and sisters. That's how specific this is. It knows its audience. I want to go through the whole thing, but because I didn't read it once, Hannah, I'm gonna feel stupid because I might stutter over some of the words, and I don't want to have that issue at all. But yeah, what I want to know, you guys, put in the comment section. What would you guys look up? What would you use ChatGPT for? What would you Google? What would you start Googling? That's going to be a dated sentence very soon. What would you look up? What do you guys want me to look up on ChatGPT? Go ahead, throw it in the comment section so we can start. And then I'm going to form a question on how to use it. Because I don't think enough people know about this. And I'm trying to look, I'm not no gatekeeper. I'm trying to put y'all on game. I want you guys to see. I want you guys to know on what's going on in the world, because this is the future, you guys. It's so crazy that people even sell. And mind you, this is ChatGPT 3.5. They're on 4.0, which is $20 a month. I refuse to buy it quite yet, but at some point I will. 4.0 has even passed the bar exam. It had a 700 out of 800 on the English in the SAT, 750 out of 800 in math on the SAT. This software is very advanced. This is very advanced for its time. And I know I sound like I'm geeking off with my aluminum foil hat, but I promise you, I want us to all have a conversation. I want us all to start using this because this is the future, y'all. This is the future. Can money buy happiness? I like that. Let's go ahead and throw that. Let's go ahead and let's add more context to this. Here we go. We're going to ask, can money buy happiness? In a podcast script form. Let's see what happens. Now, I know that doesn't really make sense, but stay with me because I want you guys. Oh, wow. No, it literally. Oh, you guys, hold on. Let me put it on the screen. I got you. I'm sorry. Check this out, y'all. Check this out. It literally created a podcast about if money can buy happiness. It literally created a podcast on this. It's literally, they say studies show that money can contribute to happiness, but only to a certain point. According to a study published in the Journal of Nature Human Behavior, the ideal income for happiness is states around $60,000 to $75,000 per year. Beyond that point, researchers found that additional income did not significantly increase happiness levels. Look, even collecting data, like, come on, you guys, this is the future. I want everybody in this live to have a conversation with me by using, I want everybody to use this software and give it its hardest questions. Come up with your hardest questions in life because it has literally found the answer for you. And mind you, I'm not the one, I used to be very skeptical about technology. I used to be very skeptical. But at this point, I'm like, yo, it's here. It's here and it's here to stay. It is here to stay. This is wild, you guys. Like, I don't even know. We can even listen. Watch this, you guys. We're gonna do this as a family. Questions to answer during a live broadcast to create a better connection with your audience. Look at this. Let's see what chat. Let's see if ChatGPT can actually come up with something. Let's see what happens. Now, usually it's a little bit faster. I know that always sucks. Technology always wants to slow down the moment you need it to do something fast. It says, all right, here we go. Let me drink a little bit of water real quick. I'm a little thirsty. And let's see how many of these questions you guys already know about me. I want to know. Listen, let's do this. Who are you and what inspired you to start this broadcast? All right, well, you guys already know that. Listen. You guys should know, but like I said, I think I even talked about it before, this is a form of therapy. I get the chance to talk to you, get the chance to have a conversation, and it just makes me feel good. What's number 2? It says, what topics are you passionate about and why? You guys know I am honestly passionate about, what am I passionate? I'm passionate about just creating a better future, becoming a better person, becoming a better man, physically, financially, emotionally. That's where I'm at in life. And also, I'm very passionate about cars. Everything automotive. I'm a gearhead. I can't help it. How do you hope or help or inspire your audience with content? I'm hoping that through my vulnerability and transparency, I want other people to recognize that they aren't alone trying to figure it all out. I think the young 20s is a weird time in your life because you're not, or young 20s. I think your 20s are a weird time in your life because you're not quite an adult, but you're trying to figure it out. And social media has created this kind of facade that everybody has everything figured out. And I want to be the platform. I want to be the page that you feel comfortable talking to and being vulnerable with, because I'm showing you not just the ups, but I'm even showing you some of the failures. And I want you guys to see that through not just me talking about it, by literally tuning in with me on a daily basis and recognizing the ups and the downs of this thing we call life. Look at this. I'm telling you guys, what are some common misconceptions about the topic you would like to address? All right, well, so we already talked about Adam22, DJ Academics. We ain't got to go there. Can you share a personal story or experience that was related to the topic that has already impacted you deeply? We do that on a daily basis, you guys. Like, this is what I'm saying. ChatGPT can practically write the rest of this, this show, which is why I'm so heavy on using it. I like to make sure that I use the technology that's available to me. And we say, will AI become self-aware? That's a fair question. Let's ask that. Let's ask that to AI. Let's go ahead and ask this to Allen Iverson. Will AI become self-aware? Listen. Oh, damn. Look. It's. I'm sorry. I took it off the screen. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. Like, it already has the paragraph ready. So apparently a lot of people have already asked this question. A lot of people probably already had this discussion. But I want you guys to understand that even though other people have had this discussion, it does not mean you can't look it up yourself. I need you guys to look it up and start using this software yourself. I want you guys to really start using ChatGPT and using artificial intelligence and use it as a tool. I'm telling you guys this because I want you to be ahead of it. I don't want you to be in the people who are scared of the future. You guys need to use ChatGPT to come up with strategies to write cover letters. ChatGPT can practically do anything and everything that you want to do with your life, and it just does it faster. If you had a lawsuit, if you felt disrespected at a company and you're trying to find the most professional way to reach back out to the company, guess what? ChatGPT can write the article for you, or it can write the email for you. I want you guys to use this software because I don't want to be a gatekeeper, and I want to let you guys know the correct way on how to go about this. I don't want y'all left out when the door, like I said, when the next chapter of technology reaches. I don't want us to be the dinosaurs. I don't want us to be stuck in the Stone Ages. I want us to be ahead. Like I said, the whole reason I created this show is because when I notice something that can be of some type of advantage to not only me, but to somebody else online, I try to do anything and everything in my power to make sure that I'm telling y'all as well. I don't want to be the person that's just by myself knowing anything and everything. Listen, can ChatGPT fix my hairline? I want to let you guys know in the comment section right now, we got Brother Ty. He's going to be on the show tomorrow. He's going to sit right back there on the couch, and we're going to have a conversation about anything and everything. So you guys, if you have any questions for him, make sure you guys put them in. Make sure you guys just send them to me. What do you guys want to know? If anybody's ever thought about starting a clothing line, anybody, we have any immigrants, people who have moved here from out of the country? Any guys want any story on that? Like anything. I want you guys to send them in because listen, we're going to sit down. We're going to be talking about it. It bought me a new car. Listen, ChatGPT is powerful. If I only had this software when I was in college, what Are you kidding me? I'm not right. I would be writing, but I'm not going to be thinking anymore. There's no reason for thought. Something that used to take me weeks and weeks of research now takes me freaking 5 minutes, if even. And that's being generous. That's being generous. The 5 minutes is generous. With my students, you guys, I have my students come in panicking. They're like, I need my personal statement for Yale and Stanford and all these other Ivy League schools. And I'm like, yo, have you used ChatGPT just to get a standard idea on what a good personal statement looks like? What would you do? What would you have done if you had ChatGPT when you were in high school? How would you have gone about your life? If I had ChatGPT in school, I would have graduated. Look, all these things matter. If I had ChatGPT when I was in my master's, I would have graduated. I ain't gonna lie to you, Ty. I ain't gonna lie. I'm in the same boat, bro. I'm in the same boat. I've been using it at work to help me curate better emails and other comm materials, and it would have been great. Yeah, thank you. Exactly, you guys. I want to have this discussion because I need people to be using this software. Do not be afraid of the future. Do not be afraid of the technology. Do not be like our grandparents. We have to embrace this software and this technology now while we're still ahead of it. And I want to tell y'all to use it because I've been using it and I look smarter at work. I'm not saying... What controversy do you guys have about, what insecurities do you guys have about ChatGPT? Let me know. Is anybody afraid of ChatGPT? Anybody afraid of it? Anybody afraid of this much technology at one time? Do people think that, do you think that this can be the beginning of the end of the world? I mean, they were just talking about it earlier. The Pentagon saw the first alien, but I'm not going to turn this into an aluminum foil podcast. I'm not going to turn this into an aluminum foil conversation on the future. I'm not going to do that. Let's see what else. Well, like I said, I was already cheating, so I would have cheated faster. Listen, no. Listen, he was an honest student. He meant cheating as in a sense because he was so far advanced, his other peers considered him to be cheating. Listen, Wolf says, I would create a new resume, cover letter, workout plan. It would have been so much. We would have definitely been all right. But I'm sorry, I'm going to jump to the next person. Afaf said, we should definitely be afraid. It's also inevitable and already here. So you either join them or get left behind. I'm telling you, ChatGPT is something that we all need to use. We all need to integrate into our daily life. I find myself coming up with questions that I didn't even think I wanted the questions to. It's so good now that like I said, there's people who are selling prompts that give you the next question, almost like a thought pyramid. If you thought of this, did you consider this? It's essentially what college is supposed to do. College is supposed to teach you how to think outside of the box, but ChatGPT is just doing it faster. I don't know, man. Like I said, AI will take people's jobs. Oh, for sure. But I don't think it would take jobs in the sense of like the job is completely replaced. You have to just have the next job that uses AI as a tool. Now I'll say, if you see me in school, make sure you cheat. Now listen, I'm telling you, if I was in high school, middle school, even elementary school, I'm telling you, if I had this software, it's a wrap. And these are the things I'm thinking about. You guys know I got a son on the way. How do I try to teach him some of these core principles of adulthood when he can literally find every answer and every formation of it right here on ChatGPT? It's so bad that even there's digital imagery and video versions of this. And I promise you, you guys are going to notice. All of a sudden, when it look like I got an animation budget, it's ChatGPT. Listen, Wolf says, I think it'll take some time, but it will be heavily implemented. And there's too much room for error, so everyone will need humans to monitor it. I don't know, bro. Like I said, bro, the SAT, the ChatGPT bot took the SAT and got a 750 in the math and a 700 in the English. I don't know if they gave the critical writing. And it even passed the law exam. That's smarter than I would probably say 70% of the population. It passed the bar, David. It passed the bar. That's what I'm saying. The ChatGPT, he says the cone. What's up with you? I see you, Ron. Listen, I would have been passed. Like I said, that would have been passed to turn it into checkpoint and every other word. Yeah, and here's the thing about ChatGPT, you guys. It's not in the sense of where it just thinks about what the answer is. It would even form the answer according to what you need it to be. So, for example, I'm gonna give up some game right now. We're gonna go ahead and throw this on the big screen. I'm going to throw this up on the screen real quick. I don't know if this is – I want you guys to know because there's only probably like 6 people up in this live. You know what I'm saying? So we a small family right now. We're doing this. We're one big happy family, so everybody be nice to me. I'm going to give y'all a piece of game. when I write captions on Instagram, I have to write them using all the words in hopes that my keyword will come up faster. So what do I do in order to get ahead of that? Sometimes I just write captions using ChatGPT. So for example, we hit my profile. Listen, I always used to think that wearing a suit was something you did for special occasions. Oh, excuse me. But I've grown older to realize the importance of dressing well every day. Wearing a suit not only gives you a sense of confidence and professional, but it also shows you that you take care of yourself and work seriously. Do you guys think I wrote that sentence? Yes or no? Did I write that sentence? Yes or no? Did I write that caption on my page right now? Yes or no? I'm giving up game right now. Do you think I wrote that caption? Yes or no? Let's start putting it in the comment section. Let's start putting this in the comment section. Do you guys think I wrote that? No, I did not write that. In fact, if I can find the prompt, I don't even have the prompt anymore. I did not write that. I did not write that answer. They write the best captions, but also read the captions the other day and immediately knew that I really knew you used ChatGPT. I know. Understand, the only people who know I wrote ChatGPT are the people who know me. They're like, he doesn't even talk like that. Now I'm going to put you guys on more game. There's a software called WriteSonic. It costs like $10 a month. You essentially have to talk to WriteSonic on a daily basis. It asks you simple questions. They want to see how you answer it. I can literally add to the end of every question, let's talk about the importance of wearing a suit, written by myself. And it will literally give me, with all the errors, typos, and all, everything that I would say about the benefit of wearing a suit in literally 1 minute. Listen. No, now we're being honest. I love it. Wolf says the last 4 captions on the gram were ChatGPT. I'm telling you, we're not writing captions anymore. We're not thinking anymore. And it's okay. We have to learn how to use the tools that are available to us. We have to think about how to create around it. And I'm here for it. You guys. I like this. I like using technology to get ahead. That's just me, though. I like using what's available. I like I said, the fact that it was able to compare SpongeBob SquarePants to Catholicism, I said, yo, this is crazy. Using ChatGPT. Oh, look, we just got Jordan in the live. We're talking about the importance of ChatGPT and the future it has. I don't know. Maybe I would love to get some insight. I don't know how long he's going to stay in the live. But understand, my homie Jordan, he is a doctor. He's the highest level of education. You can't really get any much higher than him. I want to know, for those getting a doctorate in very specific topics, are they using artificial intelligence with their papers? Are they using artificial intelligence on their research? I want to know on a small level. I know with social media marketing, we're using this software for very basic things, caption writings, keywords. But I want to know at a high level, are our scholars, are they using this in research? Is it a trusted source? It's so crazy. ChatGPT writes your own bibliography. It writes the bibliography for you. So can you quote ChatGPT in a paper? I need to get some scholars here on the show. I need to have a conversation about this. This is the shit that I'm telling you guys. This is the shit I use. This is the shit I do. I go crazy about these things because I know this is the future of our entire world. Using artificial intelligence. Damn. I don't realize I've gone this long. I don't know if I've even said anything. Oh, shit. It's 7:30 already. I'm telling y'all, one day I dream I'm going to be able to have a show and I'm just going to just be able to talk all day. That's really the goal, just to talk all day. I don't know. Yes, we are using, oh shit, we got a response. We are using the model from Dr. Galloway saying we're using the model to predict molecules in a drug discovery. I'm telling you, look, this is crazy. Understand, that information used to never be available to us on all the way down here on this level to us regular, undoctorate people. Like I'm saying, Microsoft Word will write your bibliography for you too. I understand that. But if you can just put a paper in, imagine if you just put a prompt in, put the entire paper, and then say, I need a bibliography for this paper, and it writes that as well. These are two totally different conversations, Justin. I don't think it's the same thing. Being able to just say, throw the quotes in and then it was able to write it. I think for being able to write the paper and give you the bibliography is an entirely different level, entirely different type of conversation. I don't think it's the same. Like, I just want to know, do doctors trust bibliography? Do doctors trust ChatGPT? Do y'all trust ChatGPT? There's a lot of platforms that I know the task is simple, but being able to write the paper and give you that, come on, y'all. I be getting mad thirsty on this show. I just get to talking and I just can't help it. This is a long commercial for ChatGPT. You would think they paid me to talk about this. I'm telling y'all right now, because this is the community. We real small. It's like 7, 8, whatever, 10 of us. Doctors barely trust themselves. I'm telling y'all, I've been utilizing ChatGPT. The fact, and this is why I'm gonna tell you guys, there's two things in this world, and and after this, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. There's two things in this world that I trust, right? This is why I love lives. I think we're gonna reach a point when we start seeing posts, no one's gonna know what's real. Captions aren't real. We have artificial intelligence that's making graphic work, video animation. Everyone's going to be able to do everything. But being a human on camera is going to be a dying art. It's going to be a dying art. I think those who know how to do this and engage and have a conversation and even be able to talk when there's no one there, I think you're not going to be able to replicate that. You can come close. There's going to be forms of it. Don't get me wrong. But I think this human experience of live streaming is truly going to be the only future we're going to have. I think that photo altering technologies that's letting people look 10 times better, that's been around forever. I think that there's technology that lets you write. I think we cannot run from the future of ChatGPT. I think there's going to be animations that can create things that anybody can get access to. If anybody's used Canva today, you essentially can be a whole copyright designer and graphic designer in 10 minutes. But I think being human on a camera is one of the last things that we have, which is one of the sole reasons, which is like a tie back into earlier before, is the sole reason why I decided to dedicate a lot more time, money, and effort into a stream. This is the sole reason why I wanted to create this stream. It's the sole reason why I said I need to be live, I need to be in front of the people. So there's only two things that I honestly trust, and I can't show you, I'm not sure you guys can even see it, but there's only two things I really trust, which are paintings, and I know there's fake paintings, but even when there's a fake painting of something else, somebody still had to paint it. So I still think that's impressive. But I believe paintings and live broadcasts, I think that's it. I think everything else that's left within this whole content space or media space, everything else is just going to get lost. There's no reason to have the real deal because everything is going to be fake. We can't beat AI. We can't beat the robots, but we can use them as a tool. So I use these robots to help me write captions. I use these robots to help me write descriptions. I use these robots to help me use keywords. I use these robots to help me create a better and more advanced site and even HTML code. But no matter how much I may use these robots can never be me. So anyways, that's all I really have for you today. I want you guys to stay happy. I want you guys to stay optimistic. We're going to get the audio dialed in with the music and everything very soon. I'm hoping I'll be everything dialed in by tomorrow. I also want to let you guys know that tomorrow, I've already said it once. I've already said it twice. I'm going to say it one last again. We're going to have Brother Wolves. He's going to be sitting back here on the couch, and we're going to be talking about our friendship, how we met, his relationship with NBA, his relationship with design, and just how he become the man he is today. If you are interested in being in the show, be sure to let me know. Shoot me a DM if you got something you want to talk about. Let me know. I can't say a guaranteed yes, but we're going to work something out. I want you guys to start using ChatGPT. Also, make sure you guys find jobs that you don't get fired live on camera. Make sure you guys don't become too much of an asshole on a daily basis. I want you guys to stay happy, stay optimistic, stack your bread. And Justin, I'll probably be talking to you soon, brother. Thank y'all for sticking with me. This was a whole hour, y'all. Oh, my gosh. We did the whole hour. That's crazy. All right. Love y'all. Oh!